Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Life is Feudal. Now, last time I was here at Wile E's trading post he was working on, I said that I would throw up a house really quick, and I did. So I've got a new one here, and now we can port our way out to the trading post, which is pretty cool. And he graciously let me set up just outside. I left some room for where a road would come out here. If he decided to do one. So anyway, that's now set up, and what we're going to do is we're going to check out the progress he makes building the walls. Today is wall day, so he's going to finish all of this up. Well, that about does it for the walls. Wile E has gone around and set that up. The only thing remaining is the gatehouse, and that requires a lot of all kinds of different materials. So you can hear him kind of sawing in the background. He's gathering up some more of the materials that he needs, and I think we'll probably hang out and try to help him gather up what he needs so he can get this up as soon as possible. Now, if we take another look here at my place, what I was kind of going for was that out of the gate there would be this straight road out, should he want to make one. And that's right where you'll find my hut, just hanging out there. It looks like he's back there sawing up a log, and I actually cut this tree down here. Sadly, for cosmetic reasons. I cut this down because it was casting a shadow on the wall, and that was just interfering with my video at the moment. So anyway, we're gonna probably cut up that log and probably tear this stump up too, so it's not just sitting here out in the middle of nowhere. Maybe make a farm around my place. I'm not really sure. We're gonna kind of fiddle around through the night and then probably decide in the morning what I might want to do next. So this morning, Wile E is working on the gatehouse over there, hammering away. We were gathering boards last night. Have all the boards we need, and I think he's getting some of the other material. Now, I've been looking into some things for myself that I've been wanting to do, and if we look at this line here, you can see that my forestry, my logging, and then especially my carpentry are very well ramped up, which means we now have access to bowcraft. And bows are something I really wanted to get into and check out. There's still a bit of a process to go there. This will allow me to make basic arrows and bolts. I think I can make a primitive bow as well, but I can't use that until I get crossbows built up, I think he was saying. So if I jump in here, I actually have throwing weaponry capped at 6. Now I did this intentionally knowing that I knew I wanted to go down this line, and so I just kind of put 60 in here when I created the character. So what I have to do now is I actually have to get leather armor, and then as Wile E so elegantly put it, I need to then get hit by a buddy to increase it. So at some point we're going to get leather armor. This allows me to wear it, and then I'll have to get beat up by somebody. Then we can use a crossbow, and then we can get to the bows. This is stuff, like I said, I've really been wanting to check out, but we're going to have to, well, I was going to say we're going to have to skill this guy. Technically we don't need to. We would just need to get into leather, and then somebody else could certainly make this. But I'm going to actually work on this a bit, build up some bowcraft, just because I'd like to make my own arrows and everything. So what I did was I scooped up a knife. If I jump into my inventory here, you can see I've got a knife. I can actually right click this and go to bowcraft, and from here you can see I can make a simple bow, an arrow, or a bolt. And if I go to the bow, I actually am just one plant fiber short of making a simple bow. So let's go ahead and do that just so we can say that we've made one. Let's see, gather plant fibers. So again, I'll be able to make a simple bow, but it would be a while before I could actually use it. But what I might do is kind of make arrows and save those up somewhere. Something like that. That might be cool. Okay, let's see. Bowcraft. Let's jump back in here. Simple bow. Just need a stick and 2 plant fibers. All it takes. So we'll make this guy. And I've picked up one of these before and checked it out, but I couldn't, of course, use it. So there we go. We've got the bow. I actually don't know. Can we, like, equip this at all? I have no idea. I don't know if you have to have the skill in order to even just wear it, or if you can always wear it and just can't use it. So it looks like it doesn't want to go in here. In fact, it says at the bottom we can't equip it because we have 0 in bow mastery. So anyway, that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and put the shovel back. But at least we can get to making arrows and everything. I don't need to worry about the bow because that's pretty simple. But I could, in the meantime, to get my bowcraft skill up, start making arrows and then kind of stash those somewhere for use down the road. Okay, well, I chopped a tree down, and I am now sawing out some billets, because billets are what is needed in order to make bolts, and I figured that's where I would start. I could try to make arrows, but you need feathers, and to get feathers, you have to have chickens. So I was thinking about it, and when I looked at the recipe for arrows, and I was like, feathers? Where do you get feathers? There's no birds. Oh, wait a second. There's chickens in the game. So anyway, Wile E confirmed that for me. Yes, chickens. So anyway, like I said, it's much further down the road to get a bow than it is to have the crossbow anyway. So I thought I would come over and chop out some of these hardwood billets because they are what's required in order to make the bolts. So let's see, how many are we going to get here? I'm going to chop a whole lot out of here. I'll probably stop after this guy. Yeah, let's just go ahead and stop. So we've got 12, and I just want to jump in here real quick to bolt. So there you go. You can see that it only takes one. We've got 12. I don't know actually how many bolts one of these will make. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. I was really curious how many bolts we would kick out from one billet. So it looks like 5. That's cool. And so that's very easy to do, to get ammo for a crossbow. Very, very easy. Much easier than getting the feather because you just get the billet versus the billet and the feather. Yes. So the arrow requires both of those. So anyway, very cool. Let's switch back, and we're going to have all kinds of bolts. We're just going to have to dump these somewhere. Somebody come along and swoop them up. That's fine. Like I said, so simple to make. But we've got quite a bit to do. I'm going to have to try and get some leather armor in order to work my way down. It does seem kind of odd, right, that you would have to basically have throwing weaponry and then leather armors, which then goes to crossbow mastery. But I may have to try to work something out with Wile E. After all, he is creating a trading post out here. He's going to be open to doing some trade with others, and so maybe if I help him gather enough things to help with the trading post here, when the time comes and he starts doing the leather stuff that I'm sure he's going to do, maybe he can hook me up with a set of leather armor. Well, the sun is setting on the day of odd jobs. We've been making bows and bolts, boards, billets. It's been the day of bees, apparently. We're making a lot of things starting with B, but basically, another B word there. Basically, I started plowing this area because I wanted to get farming up, and down to the bottom right you can see farming has now gone over 30, so I can actually start planting stuff. I've only got 3 plots here, that guy, and this guy right here, plowed out. I can plow this guy out as well. In fact, we might as well do that so we got a 2x2 area. And that said, I really only have one thing I can plant right now. I can't do anything with the grapes, as far as I recall, or at least not yet. But I can plant the carrot, so we're going to go ahead and plow this area. I'll probably plant the carrot, and then I'm kind of thinking about looking into fencing off the area. I think I can put those small fences down. I just have to remember where you do that, because I don't remember. But let's see, we're just going to go ahead and plant it back here. Farming, we're going to sow carrot. Go ahead and get this put into the ground and planted. Now, anybody can come along and grab crops once they're up and ready to go, but that's fine. If somebody came through and picked that up, that's cool. I just thought I would do something a little different than cutting wood into various shapes and forms. Probably just get down in here and try to get some plant life going. So anyway, we've got that down there. So what I was thinking was, we've got, this is the area here. It's these two and then the two I'm standing on here. So if I go to, say, this block, and this is what I don't remember. Is it part of this guy? No, it's not that guy. That's where we have the house and everything. Well, let's see. Was that the right one? I think so. Carpentry, was it under furniture? No, it wasn't. Okay, that makes sense. It's not really furniture, but hey, not everything is where it's supposed to be in this game. So there we go, construction. So we got the wattle fence here. So let's go ahead and build that. And you'll see we got our window here, and I'm just looking to kind of cage off the area where I'm going to farm. And again, I may just keep this as a 2x2 area. Oh yeah, we need the hammer. But so literally, I think I'm just going to fence in this 2x2 area and leave it at that. Just for now. We could always remove the fence. In fact, I don't even plan on fully constructing the fence, I don't think. Once you do the initial kind of setup, it visually is there as kind of a small unfinished thing. And I'm actually cool with that. I can actually show you that here real quick. Construct. We're going to do this again. Build. Rotate this guy around. Hit build. We'll do a little bit of hammering, and then it's going to be here, but it won't be finished. So somebody could also come along and right-click and deconstruct it as well. Again, fine, because this isn't taking any material. This is just kind of the setting up of the fence. But it does have a little visual element, which I actually think looks okay. Looks kind of like a beat-up beach fence. It's been around for a long time. So anyway, let's see this guy. Just about done. So there you go, just, you know, a couple sticks, but I think it's kind of cool because it separates the area and it doesn't require any materials to do that. So let's go ahead and do that again. Rotate this guy around, something like that, and hammer this out. So like I said, I'm just going to do a little circle around the garden area here, and I think through the night I'm going to continue to gather some wild plants, carrots and things like that, so I can fill in the 4 or the remaining 3, I suppose, plowed land plots. Well, there you have it. We've got our wattle fence around the very small little farm area here, and you can see we can just walk right through it, so not a big deal to close it in. Let's go ahead and get some of this stuff going. So I know I have another carrot, at least I think I do. Actually, yeah, I have 2. So I've already got one planted, kind of in the area behind me. We'll plant a carrot here, and then I think we'll do cabbage and onion in the remaining 2 places. Let's see here. We'll get this guy done. Cool. So we've got carrots in these 2 spaces. Let's go here and do... Oh, I can't. I guess I can't do the cabbage yet, but I've got another carrot, and then we'll do an onion in the other spot. But yeah, I think that'll about wrap things up for this run. I'm going to get this stuff planted, maybe gather a few materials around here for Wile E as he continues to work on the gate over there. You can see he needs something like 5,000 rocks. So that's a lot of rocks to tote around, and right now he is just kind of doing that by himself. So I might help with a few rocks, and then what we're going to do next time around is we're going to go visit the location of a town that's nearby. It's actually the one that Wile E ran off to for a trade. Apparently it's to the south of us somewhere. We're going to hunt it out, but I've already sent a message to Conan the Librarian, who is down there. I guess he's one of, if not the guy, kind of getting that place set up. So he knows I'm coming. I just wanted to make sure I didn't show up unannounced, because that's a good way to take a sword to the face. So anyway, I hope you guys come back next time for that. We check out his location, see what he's got going on, and then probably come back here and do some more work. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.